Hey everyone, it's Kristen from Voolenvine Yarns and the Yarngasm podcast, and today I thought I would share a quick tutorial on how I knit stranded colorwork. And lately I've been on a huge colorwork kick, so I thought I would share with you how I've started holding the yarn in my hand while knitting it. In the past, when I knit colorwork, I would knit holding one strand of yarn in my left hand, knitting Continental style, and another strand in my right hand, knitting English style, and knitting from either side as I need the colors. So just to demonstrate, I would knit from my left hand and then I would knit from my right hand. While it's totally acceptable to knit this way, there's no right or wrong way to knit Fair Isle. You have to find a way that's most comfortable and efficient for you. However, I was finding that it wasn't knitting as quickly as I would like it to, and you guys all know me, I love a challenge. So I decided to teach myself how to hold both strands in my left hand, knitting Continental, and picking the colors up as I need them while knitting my project. And here I have the Sunset Highway Pullover, a gorgeous pattern by Caitlin Hunter. It's very popular right now and I couldn't resist casting one on. And yeah, I'm currently using 2 strands of yarn, and I will just do a quick tutorial on how I knit holding 2 strands of yarn in my left hand. So when I knit Continental using just 1 strand of yarn, I tension the yarn by wrapping it around my pinky, grabbing it with my 2 middle fingers and my pinky, and then dipping my finger under the strand and then grabbing my needles like such. However, when it comes to knitting with 2 strands of yarn at the same time on your left hand, I start off by tensioning the yarn by bringing my pinky under both strands and again grabbing those 2 strands together through my last 3 fingers on my left hand. And instead of wrapping both strands around my index finger, I do a little bit of acrobatics. I take my middle finger, split those 2 strands down the middle, and then bring my index finger under, so it looks like that. So you can see that both strands of yarn are tensioned but separate, so they don't get twisted while you're knitting with them. So let me do that again. So I take my pinky, bring it under the 2 strands, grab it, take my middle finger, split the yarn, and then take my index finger and bring it underneath both strands, and then I'm ready to knit. So now I'm in the position to start knitting. So since I need this lighter speckled color, I'm just gonna dip under, grab it, dip under, grab it, dip under, grab it. So now that I need to grab this mauve color, which is all the way on the other side of that other strand, I'm basically just going to reach across, grab it, and bring it under. So it seems really complicated, but honestly, once you get the swing of it, it's a pretty fluid motion. So you just knit and grab, and you can use your index finger to help you along. So I'm just gonna do a couple of rows for you. And if you're fairly new to stranded knitting, it helps to pause a couple stitches in and just kind of give your stitches a nice little stretch to prevent any puckering that might happen. So, and give your stitches a shuffle. And I also noticed while knitting in this style, it helps to prevent your yarn from twisting as opposed to knitting holding 2 yarns, one on the left and one on the right. So it is definitely a more efficient way to knit colorwork. Again, no right or wrong way to do it. It's just the way that I'm finding to be the most helpful for me personally. And yeah, I'm again no expert by any means at colorwork. I'm just getting back into it. However, you know, I just thought I would share the knowledge that I've learned over the past couple of weeks since learning to knit Continental. And when reaching for the color over here, you always want to go over the first color, not under, but over. The only exception to that is if you are catching a float. So let's say like over here, this is a far distance for this contrasting color to travel behind the mauve color, this rose color right here. So in between there, if you look very closely, you can see I caught the float midway. I caught the green strand midway with a technique. And so if I have to reach over here to grab this mauve color and knit it, but for demonstration purposes, if I want to catch this strand, this teal strand on this stitch, I am going to go under and grab the rose. So you can see like it catches, it goes over this strand right here, and then lift it off, and then I'm going to grab that, and it's caught. That teal strand is caught behind that stitch. So yeah, that is a neat little trick to practice on. And again, I am no expert at this. This is just how I've been knitting stranded color work lately, and I thought I would share my techniques with you. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like the video, subscribe, share, and let me know what you think. And yeah, so happy knitting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.